Dinner time in the 1950s was more than a meal. It was a moment of togetherness. After long days, families gathered around the table to share laughter, stories, and simple home-cooked dishes made with love. These meals weren't about luxury, but about connection. Today, we revisit forgotten recipes that once filled American kitchens with warmth, comfort, and the timeless taste of family. Meatloaf with mashed potatoes. Meatloaf tops the list of classic must-have dishes for 1950s family dinners, offering a warm feeling like a hug on a plate. You know, every American homemaker mastered this traditional dish. The appeal of meatloaf comes from the perfect combination of rich flavor and economy. The main ingredients for meatloaf are simple and easy to find: seasoned ground beef, breadcrumbs, eggs, onion, and a touch of seasoning. This combination creates a soft, moist loaf, completely different from a regular hamburger. In particular, the shiny, sweet, and sour tomato glaze coated on top, slightly caramelized during baking, creates a perfectly balanced flavor. Thus, meatloaf became the main meal for post-war families. It is a great way to utilize leftovers, for example, leftover mashed potatoes, sauce, or vegetables. Leftover meatloaf can be thinly sliced for hearty sandwiches the next day, optimizing the family budget. Mashed potatoes are an indispensable side dish, with their creamy smoothness perfectly absorbing the gravy from the meatloaf. A meatloaf dinner nourishes the soul, encapsulating memories of laughter, sharing, and warmth around the family table. This dish recalls the best meals that were often prepared with love and used the humblest ingredients to create deep satisfaction. Canned soup and grilled cheese. The combination of canned soup and grilled cheese is the epitome of comfort food and absolute convenience in 1950s American cuisine. This iconic comfort food duo was a quick and easy lifesaver for dinner or lunch. The rise of convenient packaged foods revolutionized the kitchen during this era. The popularity of canned Campbell's tomato soup was a key turning point, making canned soup a staple in every kitchen thanks to its extraordinary convenience. It only needed to be heated up to be served immediately, significantly saving cooking time, which was especially important for busy mothers. In just a few minutes in the kitchen, you had a warm, sweet, and sour flavor, perfect for cold days without worrying about the cost. The exterior of the bread is grilled in butter, creating a crispy golden crust. Inside, the cheese melts, pulling apart appealingly. If you didn't live in this era, you would certainly not believe they were created from leftover bread or cheese. When combined, the crunchiness and richness of the grilled cheese sandwich and the warm, sour taste of the tomato soup create a perfect balance. Corned beef hash. This dish helps you make the most of leftovers to transform them into a hearty breakfast or a light dinner. Essentially, it is a clever combination of meat and vegetables, pan-fried to create an appealing texture and savory flavor. The origin of corned beef hash is linked to the use of leftover corned beef after large meals. Instead of waste, the beef is minced, mixed with boiled potatoes and onions, and then pan-fried until crispy and golden. It sounds like an art of turning old food into a new, delicious, and beloved dish. Although the homemade version from leftover corned beef is considered superior in flavor, the canned version offers absolute convenience, helping homemakers prepare the dish faster while retaining its warmth and familiarity. This dish is a perfect solution for busy days when there is no time for complex cooking. The flavor of corned beef hash is a combination of the rich, savory taste from the beef, the crispiness of the pan-fried potatoes, and the slight sweetness of the onions. The flowing egg yolk blends into the crispy hash mixture, creating a complete, nutritious meal that brings the warm feeling of a family kitchen. Tuna casserole. Tuna casserole is an iconic, convenient dish of the 1950s. This casserole is a familiar and warm combination of egg noodles, canned cream of mushroom soup, and canned tuna. It is likened to an answer to working mothers' prayers due to its preparation speed and superior economy. The popularity of tuna casserole is linked to the rise of canned food and prepackaged ingredients, inventions that revolutionized the American kitchen. Canned tuna provides a cheap, easy-to-store, and abundant source of protein, helping families stay on budget while ensuring nutritious meals. Canned cream of mushroom soup is the key component, providing creaminess and rich flavor without the time-consuming need to make sauce from scratch. Homemakers often added frozen peas, carrots, or other vegetables to enhance color, nutrition, and freshness for the casserole. The pinnacle of perfection is the layer of crispy potato chips or breadcrumbs sprinkled on top, baked until golden and crispy, creating an interesting, contrasting texture with the creamy filling underneath. Although seemingly simple, this dish carries a deep nostalgic value, recalling unpretentious dinners where the focus was on family, not the complexity of cuisine. Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak is another staple dish, beloved for its ability to combine the simplicity of ground beef with the style and elegance of a restaurant meal. This dish helped homemakers feel like they were serving a special meal without spending too much time or effort. Salisbury steak combines two main elements: affordability and flexibility. Like meatloaf, it uses seasoned ground beef, a cost-effective and readily available protein, allowing families to feed many people while staying on budget. The ground beef is shaped into small steak patties, then cooked, often pan-fried or baked. The highlight that makes this dish stand out is the rich brown gravy. Remember, the gravy is made from beef drippings, flour, and broth, often smothered over the steak in side dishes like mashed potatoes. This enhances the flavor, creating a warm, satisfying feeling. The application of gravy transformed the simple ground beef patty into a masterpiece of comfort cuisine, reminiscent of meals at diners or casual restaurants. Salisbury steak encapsulates the spirit of the 1950s, simple, practical, but always striving to bring a sense of quality and comfort to the family table. Are you enjoying this trip down memory lane? Don't forget to hit the hype button. It's the best way to help our channel grow. Hot dogs and sauerkraut. Hot dogs became a staple item that was easy to buy, easy to prepare, and loved by children. In the 1950s, hot dogs were seen as an economical and quick solution for serving family meals, especially on busy nights or during picnics. They represented the convenience and speed of modern life. Hot dogs could be prepared in various ways, from boiling, grilling, to pan-frying, but the combination with sauerkraut is what made this dish special in the context of the 50s. Sauerkraut adds the necessary sharp acidity and crunch, balancing the richness of the hot dog. The common appearance of sauerkraut in American kitchens is a clear tribute to Eastern European influence. Many immigrant communities brought their traditions of fermentation and food preservation, and sauerkraut was quickly accepted as a healthy and delicious side dish. This combination offers an irresistibly rich flavor compared to a regular hot dog. This dish was often served on toasted bread or accompanied by mashed potatoes, creating a full and satisfying meal. The contrast between the savory, slightly sweet hot dog and the sour, crunchy sauerkraut creates an attractive flavor, making this dish unique and memorable. Beef stew. Particularly beloved on cold days, beef stew brings a deep, comforting feeling to family dinners, a dish demonstrating homemade care. The secret to a successful 1950s. Beef stew lies in the slow cooking process. This dish was designed to utilize less expensive cuts of beef, such as chuck or brisket, which require long cooking times to break down connective tissues and become melt-in-your-mouth tender. This slow cooking process, often lasting 1 to 3 hours, is key to achieving tenderness and a rich, deep flavor. This long cooking time allows the flavors from the vegetables and broth to infuse deeply into the meat, creating absolute satisfaction. Traditional beef stew is a harmonious blend of beef, carrots, onions, and potatoes, all cooked in a thick beef broth, thickened with flour or starch. This dish showcases the resourcefulness of homemakers who knew how to turn inexpensive ingredients into a hearty and nutritious meal. By stewing cheap cuts of meat with vegetables and broth, mothers could easily feed many people without affecting the family budget. Beef stew often tastes better the next day, making it an excellent choice for batch cooking and utilizing leftovers. Chicken a la king. Chicken a la king is a hearty, rich, and creamy dish, often served on special occasions or Sunday dinners, giving the feeling of dining at an elegant restaurant. This dish is synonymous with mid-century elegance. Although it offers a luxurious feeling, chicken a la king was still humble and easy enough to prepare to appear frequently in the kitchens of ordinary families. The smooth white sauce is the soul of chicken a la king, made from butter, cream, and a touch of sherry, enveloping the chicken, mushrooms, and bell peppers. The combination of tender chicken and diced vegetables in the thick, smooth, creamy sauce transformed this dish into a memorable culinary experience. This cream sauce was meticulously made to achieve the desired consistency, creating a delicate yet not overly fussy flavor. Versatility is a major strength of chicken a la king. It can be served with various starches depending on preference and what is available in the pantry. It was often served over steaming rice, pasta, or most commonly over crispy toasted bread. The feeling of being served an elegant dish like chicken a la king at home created a special atmosphere on weekend evenings. Beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff is a rich, creamy, and luxurious dish, bringing a touch of European elegance yet still fitting into the American kitchen. This dish was considered a significant upgrade from ordinary ground beef dishes, adding sophistication to dinner. The dish consists of thinly sliced beef stewed in a wonderful cream sauce. The main components of the sauce are sour cream, beef broth, onions, and mushrooms, creating a deep umami flavor and a smooth, tender texture. Sour cream is the distinguishing factor, providing the slight acidity and richness necessary to create the dish's extravagance. Mothers often used less expensive cuts of beef, such as sirloin or round steak, but still created a delicious dinner. In the pursuit of maximum convenience, many 1950s homemakers used canned cream of mushroom soup as a quick shortcut to create the sauce, significantly speeding up the preparation. Beef stroganoff is often served with egg noodles, which perfectly absorb the rich cream sauce. Jell-O salad. In the 1950s, Jell-O was a symbol of modernity and convenience, an easy-to-use product for creating something new. Homemakers were encouraged to experiment, leading to the birth of countless unique Jell-O salad recipes, often combining ingredients that are hard for us to imagine today. The basic recipe includes Jell-O powder, typically raspberry or lime flavor, hot water, and add-ins. The creativity was demonstrated by homemakers adding fresh or canned fruit, mini marshmallows, and even shredded vegetables like carrots, celery, or cabbage into the Jell-O mixture. Some bolder recipes even included mayonnaise, whipped cream, or cottage cheese, creating an odd balance of sweet, savory, and creamy. Jell-O salad was loved for its convenience. It was cheap, easy to prepare, and could be made ahead ideal for large family gatherings, parties, or picnics. Did your family get creative with any Jell-O additions? Share your recipes in the comments below. Waffle breakfast. The widespread introduction of the electric waffle maker transformed making waffles at home from a complicated task into a quick and enjoyable process. This machine helped the meal become the heart of the home. The sizzling sound of batter poured into the mold, the aroma of flour, eggs, and butter spreading throughout the house, is a powerful sensory memory for many who grew up in this era. Waffles represented a weekend indulgence, a pleasant change from the quick weekday cereal breakfast. Waffles were often served with luxurious ingredients rarely used on weekdays. The most popular additions were rich maple syrup, melting butter, and seasonal fresh fruit. Sometimes, to add sophistication and fun, whipped cream or even vanilla ice cream was included, turning it into a breakfast dessert. The golden waffles, crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, were a perfect dish for the family to gather around after a busy work week. The experience of making waffles together was also a crucial part of family culture. Children helping mothers pour batter or arrange fruit on the plate created deep bonding memories around the table. Liver and onions. A dish that parents trusted to nourish their families because of its incredibly high nutritional value. This dish was considered a superfood of the era, recommended by many health experts. Liver is a rich source of iron, vitamin A, B12, and protein. In an era where family nutrition was a top priority, liver and onions was a practical choice to ensure everyone received essential vitamins. It was even encouraged by doctors and nutritionists for children and pregnant women due to its high nutrient content, a crucial factor in raising a healthy generation. This dish was an economical choice because liver was often one of the cheapest cuts of meat at the grocery store, a draw for families on a tight budget. To reduce the liver's characteristic strong flavor, homemakers traditionally soaked thin slices of liver in milk before preparation. The liver was then quickly pan-fried in butter or bacon grease, along with onions caramelized until sweetly tender. The caramelized onions are the key element, as their natural sweetness perfectly complements the strong flavor of the liver, making the dish much easier to eat. It can be served with mashed potatoes and a simple vegetable, forming a complete and balanced meal. Creamed tuna on toast. Creamed tuna on toast was a beloved meal due to its absolute convenience and economy, becoming a frequent feature in kitchens. This dish combined the cheap and easy-to-store protein source of canned tuna with a smooth white cream sauce, creating a harmonious blend of resourcefulness and comfort. The appeal of this dish lies in its preparation speed. Canned tuna was the ideal protein reserve, always available in the pantry. To make the cream sauce, homemakers often used one of the era's most popular shortcuts, canned cream soup. Cream of mushroom or cream of celery soup was often used as the base, requiring only heating and mixing with the tuna, making sauce preparation much faster and easier than making traditional bechamel sauce. This was ideal for busy nights when time was extremely valuable. The creamed tuna mixture was then poured over slices of crispy toast, creating an interesting contrast between the crunch of the bread and the soft, creamy richness of the sauce. Other ingredients like peas, a bit of cheese, or black pepper were often added during cooking to enrich the flavor and color, turning it from a simple dish into a complete meal. Pork chops with applesauce. In the post-war era, pork was one of the cheapest and most readily available meats at the grocery store, making it a common and frequent protein choice on the family table. Pork chops were typically pan-fried quickly or baked, retaining moisture and rich flavor. This quick cooking method suited the need for convenience of busy homemakers, helping them serve a complete meal in a short time. Applesauce is the key element that makes this dish unique. Whether the applesauce was homemade or store-bought, it created the necessary flavor balance. The sweet and sour taste of the apple perfectly contrasted with the savory, rich flavor of the pork, creating a delicate and interesting taste. This sweet and savory combination not only stimulates the palate, but also makes the meal more satisfying. Applesauce, especially the homemade kind, also demonstrated homemade care and attention to traditional flavors. This dish embodied the philosophy of comfort cuisine, using basic, affordable ingredients and cleverly combining them to create a simple but elegant meal. Pork chops with applesauce is a timeless dish, easy to prepare and always well received by everyone in the family. Potato salad. This dish is linked to memories of summer, of outdoor gatherings where laughter and good food filled the space. Potato salad is an indispensable part of America's comfort food heritage. You would see it appear at family gatherings, BBQs, and picnics in the 1950s. This dish was loved not only for its cool, rich flavor, but also for its practicality and economy. Potatoes are an inexpensive and readily available ingredient, allowing homemakers to prepare a large amount of this salad to serve a crowd without straining the budget. This is an economical and extremely practical dish, demonstrating the resourceful spirit in turning basic ingredients into an attractive side dish. One of the biggest advantages of potato salad is that it can be made ahead. In fact, many people believe the flavor of this salad is even better after being refrigerated overnight, allowing the flavors to meld perfectly. If you could choose one recipe to pass down to your children and grandchildren, which one would it be? Comment below so we can appreciate this family culinary tradition together. Spaghetti and meatballs. Meatballs and spaghetti is a classic dish that evokes endless nostalgia and comfort, often a favorite Sunday dinner. This dish has deep roots in Italian-American cuisine. It is not only delicious, but also an effective budget-saving way to feed an entire large family. Ground beef was the protein of choice, as it was a cost-effective ingredient and easy to form into meatballs. The preparation of this dish was often a family event, with homemakers meticulously slow-cooking the meatballs in homemade tomato sauce. This slow cooking process is key to the meatballs becoming soft, moist, and deeply infused with the flavor of the tomato sauce, garlic, and herbs, creating a deep and warm flavor. The aroma of the sauce simmering on the stove permeates the entire house, an unmistakable sign that a hearty meal awaits. Spaghetti and meatballs is a hearty and complete meal, providing maximum satisfaction. Like many other dishes in the 50s, it also highlights resourcefulness and practicality. Leftovers from this Sunday dinner were extremely ideal for use as lunch, or a light dinner the next day, often served as filling for various sandwiches or topped with cheese. Shepherd's pie. The flavor of this pie is a combination of a savory, rich meat filling under a layer of creamy, buttery mashed potatoes, baked until crispy. The traditional British version uses lamb, but the popular American version in the 1950s often used ground beef due to its availability and affordability, making ground beef an economical ingredient widely used. The filling is usually a mixture of ground beef cooked with vegetables and a rich sauce, creating a nutritionally complete dish. The special and most important feature of this dish is that it is ideal for utilizing leftovers. The topping, a layer of creamy mashed potatoes, baked until golden and crispy, was often made from leftover mashed potatoes from the previous dinner. The use of leftovers transformed shepherd's pie into an extremely resourceful and economical dish, helping families stretch the food budget and minimize waste, showcasing the homemaker's ingenuity. Preparing shepherd's pie allowed homemakers to package a complete, nutritious meal, protein, vegetables, and starch, into a single baking dish. Sloppy Joes. Famous for its savory, slightly sour, and slightly sweet meat filling, piled high between two soft buns, Sloppy Joes created a fun but messy meal. This dish is a perfect example of the convenient cooking style of the post-war era. It uses ground beef, an economical and readily available ingredient, and combines it with pantry staples like ketchup, canned tomato sauce, and other spices. Ground beef is a cost-effective ingredient, helping families save money while still providing a protein-rich meal. The cooking process for Sloppy Joes is quick, usually requiring only browning the ground beef and mixing it with the sauce, making it a practical solution for busy nights. The preparation of Sloppy Joes is unfussy. You also don't need to be too formal when eating it, encouraging comfort and naturalness at the family table. It is the perfect dish for children and for serving a large crowd easily and affordably. The flavor of Sloppy Joes is an excellent balance between sweetness, acidity from the tomatoes, and the rich savoriness of the beef. Beef and bean burritos. Beef and bean burritos is a dish that reflects the trend of accepting international flavors creeping into American family cuisine. This dish not only brought novelty, but was also a practical and economical solution for a quick dinner, demonstrating resourcefulness in using common ingredients. The combination of ground beef and refried beans provides an abundant, cheap, and very filling source of protein. Like many other dishes in this decade, the burrito maximized the use of ground beef, a versatile and cost-effective ingredient. Refried beans, rich in fiber and protein, were a great way to stretch the food budget and increase the satiety of the meal. These ingredients were tightly rolled in soft tortilla shells, creating a convenient food package. Beef and bean burritos were loved for their convenience and speed. It was ideal for nights requiring a fast meal and was an excellent option for large families. This dish was also extremely flexible. Homemakers could customize it by adding extras like shredded cheese, salsa, diced onions, or a dollop of sour cream. Shrimp scampi. Shrimp scampi is a dish that brings sophistication and elegance to family dinner, yet is accessible and quick enough for busy homemakers to prepare. This dish reflects the rise of frozen foods in the 1950s, which made ingredients like shrimp easier to find and more convenient for families not living near the coast. The convenience of frozen shrimp revolutionized how Americans accessed seafood, turning a dish once considered a luxury into a frequent option. Shrimp scampi capitalized on this convenience to create a dinner that looked fancy, but was easily cooked in a single pan. This was ideal for nights needing a quick meal and minimal cleanup, fitting perfectly with the busy pace of the era. The flavor of shrimp scampi focuses on the classic combination of butter, garlic, and lemon. Shrimp are cooked quickly in the butter-garlic mixture, then drizzled with lemon juice to add brightness and freshness, creating a fresh yet rich flavor. This dish is usually served over pasta or rice, helping absorb all the rich sauce, forming a complete meal. If you have more memories about these meals, don't hesitate to share them in the comments below. Baked ziti. Baked ziti is a convenient, cheesy, and hearty Italian dish, becoming the perfect meal for entertaining a crowd inexpensively in the 1950s. Like spaghetti and meatballs, baked ziti maximized the use of affordable ingredients like pasta, tomato sauce, and ricotta/mozzarella cheese. It is a filling dish capable of feeding many people, making it a cost-effective choice for large families. The baking process allows the flavors to meld deeply, creating a layer of melted, gooey cheese, along with soft pasta and rich tomato sauce. Homemakers could prepare this dish in the morning or the night before, store it in the refrigerator, and simply bake it when it was time to eat. This dish is also very customizable. It can be served simply with tomato sauce, but is often enriched by adding meatballs or ground Italian sausage, turning it into a complete protein meal. Its ability to serve a large quantity and its economy made baked ziti a favorite for family events, parties, and community gatherings, where warmth and generosity were valued. Clam chowder. Clam chowder is a timeless, creamy soup perfect for cold days, providing a warm and filling feeling. The popularity of this soup in the 1950s was strongly driven by the increase in canned soups and convenient foods, which made seafood more accessible. Although seemingly complex to prepare, clam chowder became a reasonable and economical solution for homemakers thanks to the availability of canned or frozen clams. Clam chowder combines modest ingredients, usually canned clams, potatoes, onions, and heavy cream or milk, to form a rich and satisfying dish. From cheap ingredients, it becomes a dish with deep and complete flavor. New England clam chowder, the creamy version, was the most popular. The thickness of this soup transforms it from an appetizer into a full meal. If desired, you can serve it with crackers or crusty bread, which helps soak up all the rich broth, increasing satisfaction and satiety. The convenience of canned soup made this dish more accessible to all families. Homemakers could quickly heat up canned soup or use it as a base for a homemade version, simply adding potatoes and fresh clams. Stuffed bell peppers. Stuffed bell peppers is a clever way to stretch ingredients and creatively demonstrate the resourcefulness of homemakers. The principle is to use large, colorful bell peppers and stuff them with an economical mixture of ground beef, rice, onions, and seasonings. The use of rice in the stuffing helps extend the meat and makes the dish more filling without increasing costs, a familiar budget-saving strategy of the era. After stuffing, the bell peppers are baked or simmered in tomato sauce until tender, and the filling is fully cooked. The appeal of stuffed bell peppers also comes from its flexibility. The filling can be changed to use any leftover ground meat or even poultry. It is also an excellent dish to ensure that no food is wasted, as any leftover filling can be cooked separately and eaten alongside the peppers. This reinforces the importance of resourcefulness in the family kitchen. Like baked ziti, stuffed bell peppers is a dish that can be made ahead. Homemakers could prepare the stuffed peppers in the morning and bake them when dinner time arrived, saving time on busy nights and increasing convenience. Deviled eggs. Deviled eggs is an extremely convenient and easy-to-make dish. It is made from hard-boiled eggs. The yolks are mashed and mixed with a creamy sauce, then piped back into the egg whites. The appearance of the beautifully decorated eggs, often sprinkled with paprika or parsley, provides visual appeal and adds sophistication to the table. One of the biggest advantages of deviled eggs is the ability to prepare them in large quantities and make them ahead of time. This helped homemakers save valuable time on the day of an event, making it an indispensable appetizer at parties, demonstrating convenience and practicality in time management. Deviled eggs represent a balance between homemade care and convenience in post-war society. Technically simple, yet they convey a special and delicate feeling when presented beautifully. It showcases the resourcefulness of using eggs, an economical and always available ingredient, to create a classy appetizer. This appetizer is linked to memories of family warmth, gathered Sunday afternoons, and celebrations. Deviled eggs provide comfort, familiarity, and are always anticipated. Whether used to fill the stomach before the main meal or just as a snack, deviled eggs always succeed in creating a cheerful and cohesive atmosphere. Banana cream pie. Banana cream pie was served to conclude a hearty family dinner or special occasions, providing a sense of luxury and satisfaction. Its influence grew strongly with the introduction of pre-packaged components, especially instant vanilla pudding. Instant pudding revolutionized dessert making, making the preparation of the creamy layer easier and quicker, reducing the time needed to cook traditional custard. The cook created a dessert that looked complex but was highly convenient and manageable. Banana cream pie consists of a crispy cookie crust lined with fresh banana slices, followed by a thick layer of creamy vanilla pudding and topped with soft whipped cream. The combination of the sweet, crunchy crust, the creamy richness, and the freshness of the banana creates a rich and pleasant flavor balance. If these beautiful memories brought a smile to your face and stirred dear recollections, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe to Back to Yesterday so you don't miss our next nostalgic journey.